Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome to my segment of this year's Dovetail Games March Madness. Today, taking charge of a Southeastern Railway service to Lima 32 from Rainham to London Charing Cross, although we only take it as far as Gravesend, which is about a 27-28 minute journey, give or take a few. Class 465/9 units with 8 cars behind us, so Network Worker Express, one of the more modern, revamped units that Southeastern modernised a couple of years ago. So, jump in the train, set everything up for departure, and prepare ourselves for our run today. So, let's begin, shall we? First we'll do, set the master key into the on position, move the reverser to forward, going to activate both the AWS and the DSD, so T key goes in, move them into the position, set the headlights to day running, going to activate the DRA, driver awareness for the sake of my own signalling check, going to open the doors on the right hand side for release, and let us prepare ourselves for our journey. So departure's at 12:30 today. Should be looking at departing in the next couple of minutes. Oh yes, the DRA needs to you know what, I'm just going to turn that off. yes, DSD need to have that on technically, but beep, 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 beep. No, thank you. So, Class 465/921, Charing Cross service, going to start as Gravesend. Yeah, no, all looking good. So, starting a platform 4 here in Rainham. I believe these services don't actually run so much these days. They're more transferred over to Thameslink. Thameslink run now Rainham trains up to, I think it's Bedford or Blackfriars. I need to double check the timetable at some point. But welcome aboard the 12:58 Southeastern Railway service to London Charing Cross, calling at Gillingham, Chatham, Rochester, Strood, Higham, Gravesend, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing, Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, Sidcup, New Eltham, London Bridge, Waterloo East, and London Charing Cross. Let's close on the right hand side. Platform should be all good to go. Signal is green to turn off the DRA. And that's, well, let's get going, shall we? So, 10 seconds departure. Should be an on-time service today. A little power. Slowly crawl away towards Gravesend. So, the Southeastern High Speed route came out a couple of years ago. Still one of my favourites in Train Sim World. And everything from the scenery down to the units themselves, the variety. You've got a good mix of high speed, local commuter, freight runs as well in the Class 66 shed. I mean, the only other route that really gives you this variety, in my opinion, is the, well, also in a modern set as well, is the Great Western Express route, which, to be fair, has been getting a bit more love recently, so updates to Class 166 with new sounds, which are fantastic. Roger up support on the wave flows as well, so very excited for that. It's a route that's really picking up. I'm going to have to give steam now since I'm in position. There we go, the safety system is now isolated. What I could do is also switch over to the regen brakes. And if you ever at one of the Southeastern stations, see one of these comes by, you can tell the regen lights are on, or the regen brakes are on based on the lights on the above panel of the installation board. So you've got a blue light and a white light. I believe it's the blue light for gentle braking. White lights for gentle braking, so white's arm is inactive. And if I were to turn off the safety system, so DSD and AWS off, then the blue light will also shine. So it's a way for crews to be aware what the zone is currently running at. So make sure everything is active and knowing their correct procedure. Next station is Gillingham, approaching about 2 miles. So far so good, going to run up to line speed. So between Rainham and Gravesend, like I said, it's around a 28-minute service today. And at that point, the relief driver will then take it into Charing Cross. I presume that I'm based in Gravesend. I've just got only a half service today. AWS is active, check the signal, just cleared to green, so we're good to go. Now, top speed of the 465 is 75 miles per hour. As stated, but in reality it can go a little bit faster than that, especially on downhill slopes of track. So it does reduce down to 60, so we're going to start applying a little bit of braking just to bring train speed down a bit. gently at the train coast for the next mile or so into Gillingham. Down to 6 miles per hour. So far, so good. Like I say, Southeastern High Speed as a route always been one of my favourites since it first released. That's a signal, you check that screen asset, that's fine. Another one of my favourites, just for the variety, and again the scenery. The scenery is, without doubt, one of the best that Dovetail have published. We're now approaching Gillingham. A little bit braking, so we do need to pass the crossing, I believe it's at the end of the station here. Yes, it is. Bing bong, we are now approaching Gillingham. Don't worry, I'm not going to do that for every single stop. So I've got the calling pattern for the former 2 Lima 32 service, and I've got everything else also in between. Got class 375 down the other platform, heading into Faversham, I believe it is. Got a net car set, so I run up to the A car stop marker, which is at the end of the platform. Perfect. Doors release. Open the window. Just poke our head out. There we go. To the platform behind us. Hello there. Cool, so platform 2 just arrived here at Gillingham. This is the 12:35 taxi railway service, now calling it Chatham, Rochester, Strood, Higham, Gravesend, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing, Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, Sidcup, New Alton, London Bridge, Waterloo East and London Charing Cross. Oh, I forgot I had that one downloaded. I have also got the Network Southeast livery downloaded from the, from the Dovetail cloud sharing platform. The creators updates. That's actually really, really nicely done, that. I forgot I had that. Why is that train in NSC colours? Yeah, so with the creators update, it opened up the ability to share custom liveries cross-platform. Again, it's a nice thing to use with Dovetail Live. It's one of those things that, when it first came out, could have been, should have been more Dovetail Live, but by integrating the livery sharing, it's given it a purpose that really, really has worked out quite nicely. Because again, you can't use Steam Workshop on console because not compatible on the different systems. Basically, Steam Workshop's based off Steam. Having their own little network to share liveries has definitely opened up the door to a lot of things to, I guess, improve the community side of Dovetail Games Sim World. So, next station is Chatham, about 1.5 miles between the stations here. Chatham, of course, home of Dovetail Games. So Dovetail Games are based out in the Chatham dockyards. Got an office that overlooks the channel, which is pretty good actually. I'd love to visit it one day. I don't know, Dovetail, if you're watching this, I know you are. Invite me down one day. Speed limit does drop immediately after this tunnel, so I won't go too fast initially. Looking at the signals, they do change aspects, well, from yellow to green pretty much as soon as we cross them, so there is a train in front of us, about 2 blocks ahead. In my guess, that train has just departed Rochester. Going downhill slightly, so a little bit of speed. Braking now, and you're going to cross the 51 mph speed limit here. Perfect. Again, I will say that the Network as family trains have always been one of my favourites. I mean, I've got a model class 465 on my shelf, following the former Southeastern top colours from the between Connex and Southeast when I'm their government operate days from previously. I'm 30 now. Yeah, so, I mean, the 165, 166, 365, 465 and 466 has always have been my favourite family of trains. There's something about it, and it's like, I mean, they're 1990s built, so comfy spongy seats, the modelling, the shape of the train, it's just, it's very similar to the modern Electrostar, which came after these trains when Bombardier picked up the plans for them, but again, there's just something about the style, the little rounded head that I do really, really like on these trains. Yes, Networker, favourite family of trains. And so when the 465 got announced as an extra train add-on for Train Sim World, Trust me, this is one I was going to pick up straight away on release. And I've been impressed. I mean, the 4659, very, very well recreated. The sound as well is fantastic on this. And yeah, just overall, really, really well done there. Right, so release, open the window, let's go head out and monitor the train. Of course, this guy over here didn't read the stop car indicator. We went a little bit over, not too much. So yeah, sorry dude, you have to walk all the way back to the train now. There's the window, try to ignore this time. Go over to Freecam, have a quick look around. Chatham Station actually got remodernised a couple of months ago. So the old foot crossing here, footbridge, actually doesn't stand anymore. They've replaced it with a more modern bridge, which includes lifts as well for accessibility. So the only negative really of the network art is when it comes to the joining of trains in the middle. So unlike the Electra Stars, which basically, well, you have the gangway that goes through the middle door drive compartment that can be locked out. On these trains, no gangway, and therefore we're limited to the aft train you're at. But again, for 1990s comfort, you can't get wrong with it. And so those trains that has got a lot of history along with Network Southeast as well. So this is a train that essentially saved British Regional Rail, certainly in the southeast of England, because it was at a time where old DMU, so the old rail buses, the 101, the 101 through to the 118, I think it was for the, sorry, 123 is it for the old rail cars, or the old first gen DMUs basically, and also some old EMUs as well. So you had the 4VP. You got the, yeah, again, I don't know my old sandals, like I'm afraid, but essentially this is a train that replaced a lot of the old DNUs and EMUs with a way up speed limit there. I'll break that slightly. This train that replaced all the original units, or the old first gen electrics and diesels, and well, made cheap, efficient, and hard-working units. And fair enough, the 45 and actually, the old networks now haven't got the greatest of failings per mile, but back in the day, these trains were far superior to their original units. And this was 1992, I think, the 465 was introduced. So I'll have to check my dates again. But I know the networks were throughout the entire 90s. And then once everything got privatised in the UK, Bombardier picked up the plans for the Electra Stars and Turbo Stars. Sorry, the Network Turbos, Network Diesels, Network Turbos, Network Turbos, Network Expresses, the diesel and electric trains, and then opened up their own Turbo Star and Electra Star family. Just past the original Rochester station, closed in the 2000s for the new station that's opened up down here. The old station closed for both accessibility issues and also it was sinking. That was an issue with the foundation on the station, and basically ever so slowly the station was sinking. Now the southeast colour on our right. We'll spot any modern southeastern colours. Now approaching Rochester. Up to the end of the platform where the 8-car marker is. This is actually an all-car marker for the station. Yeah, S stop, all-car marker. Right, doors released. So it's now, what, 20 to 1 at this point, so not running at peak time, so it's nice busy for the afternoon. Especially those at work are now going for lunch breaks and, well, I think to then Rochester for that. Departing at 12:42, so we've got another 30 odd seconds to go. So, we're Charing Cross service. Behind us is it 2 Victoria trains? Yeah, so we've got Victoria service behind us, and another one just beyond that as well. Coming on the other side, apart from the service platform right now, so you're a Gillingham train, 12:41, departing very soon. Got a Rainham train, so basically return of this one. There's a Dover Priory run, which is going to be a Class 5 Javelin. So one of the high-speed trains that are now gone to the slow lines. Right, let's lock our doors. We're going to be a little bit behind service, not by much, only be a few seconds. We are just a tad behind where we should be right now. Next station is Strood. So, this is the 12:42 Southeast Railway service. to London Charing Cross, calling at Strood, Rainham, Gravesend, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing, Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, Sidcup, New Elton, London Bridge, Waterloo East, and London Charing Cross. Thank you for riding with Southeastern trains. It's just Southeastern Rail, actually, double check that. Right, next station is Strood. Going to cross over the water here. Try to spot the submarine on the far right. Somewhere just there, there you go. Former Soviet nuclear submarine. That now forms part of a museum piece here in the southeast of England. Next station is Strood. We've actually got 2 more stops after this now. Or again, not particularly long service. Tracks that head forward are the trains that then run into Victoria, well beyond the speed of that crossing there. Trains heading straight, they'll go to Victoria. We're diverting to the right now, going to follow the Chatham main line all the way through to London via New Elton and London Bridge. So the train will arrive at platform either 8 or 9 at LBG, into Waterloo East platform C, Charing Cross, whatever's available. Yes, platform C at Waterloo East, basically because of the close proximity to the mainline station at Waterloo, and the fact that they are basically conjoined together through the footbridge, it's same with New Cross. Southeast platforms are ABC, not 1, 2, 3, and D I think it's New Cross as well, but it's a case of, because it's close proximity to the National Rail at Waterloo, they need to separate the platforms to letters. At New Cross, it's with New Cross Gate on Southern, which then again need to separate 2 platforms out. According to the 8-car marker at Strood, should be approaching that now. There it is. What's that? 8? Yeah, 8-car marker, that's fine. So my 4 8-car sets and javelins. At least. Now things should start to speed up a little bit for us. Strood to Higham and Higham into Gravesend. So we're actually going to skip a few stations on the way. Just check the map. The answer is no. Okay, no, don't. So because we're the Charing Cross train, yeah. So tell a lie, we don't go fast. We do stop at the 2 stations en route. So that's no good. Make sure to train the parts first, and then we can go to a map back to the parts to go. So this point, that here is where is it? So that here is Gravesend. Got 2, 3 platforms, 1 terminating. At that point, all trains will then head out to the northwest. High-speed trains will then diverge off to the high-speed tracks at Ebbsfleet, who this is. And then the local services will continue straight through. Yeah, so you've got Ebbsfleet, the Northfleet, where local trains to Charing Cross will then stop. Doors. And then the southeastern, the high-speed line will then run alongside the C2C network, where it crosses over at the Thames by the Queen Elizabeth II Bridge. Right, 50 miles per hour departure here, so this is a slow bit line. You then go through set points, enter the tunnel, and then things started up from there. This is the 12:45 Southeast Railway service to London Charing Cross, calling at Strood. So, calling at Higham, Gravesend, Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing to Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, Tidcup, New Elton, London Bridge, Waterloo East, Charing Cross. And I've completely ignored the speed restriction there. Come on, Drawyah, you're better than this. There we go. You can tell I'm not a train driver. Well, I'm a narrow gauge volunteer train driver, but speed limits for us are 8 miles per hour, and I'm also not recording videos and reading platform information at the same time. Yeah, the right supply though, we have 3 stations: Woody Bay, Haystill, and Willow Lawn. And, well, Haystill, we only call it like 3-4 times a year. Mainly during events, so Easter Express, also passing on a request Haystill from Woody Bay, but it's not a very well known stop, which I'm surprised by, because when people hear about it, then all of a sudden, they want to stop at Haystill. Right, speed up to 70 miles per hour now. Higham station, about 1.5 miles just at the other end of this tunnel. So I'm hoping now that with these longer, faster bits of the run, we may be able to catch up the 30 seconds or so behind on schedule right now. I'm meant to arrive at Higham at 12:49. At the moment it's 12:47:30, so I've got about a minute and a half to travel, a mile and a half. Got power, it's level track, so I'm going to gain or lose it as well. Lose a little bit of speed, but it's going to be a mining to mount. So good. I really want to also use the train's cruise control system on board, which it does have, albeit I don't think any driver really uses it anymore, or have done for like the last decade or so. I mean, I've not been in the cab of a networker. I have been in the cab of Electrostar, so I have been in the cab of a 387 unit. Not a cab ride, just while it was parked and given a little tour by a driver. And I will say, the actual leather on these trains, they're not less resistant than you expect. Very comfy to sit in, but I don't know, it's a nice little train. The 387s, Electrostars. So networks, I can imagine, very similar to how they feel. They come way too fast. Way too fast. It's just going to catch up time at Higham. I think we may have just done that. Whoopsie. I'll tell you what, I'm going to put up to the 12, okay, put up to the 12 car stop marker, but that is pretty much exactly in the right place. Or release. Okay, we've got 40 seconds of this manoeuvre. Sorry. To be fair, that could have been a lot worse. Let's be pulled into the platform. I think none of the doors actually left the station area. Nope. Pulled in. We'll just pretend we're a 10 car unit now. 8 car stop marker is actually quite far back. Is that it? Yes, it is. 4 and 8 car stop key, yeah, long platform. And the entry point, so in terms of stop car positioning, it's basically the position of the train to the entry location, or the main entry location at the station. So in this case, at Higham, it's the middle of the platform, and therefore trying to stop trains towards the middle of the platform. 10 car stop markers, so 10 car trains, the last carriage will be over here, which again puts it towards the centre platform itself. So, okay, not best stopping on my part. That's all based on the entry location where your train will be, well, station entry location, where your train will then stop. Got a Rainham service on the other side. Should just about ready to depart now. The answer is yes. Lock the doors. Next station is Gravesend. Yeah, 45904 we have attached to the back of this train. It's again 8 car set, and we've got 2 units attached to each other. Got 4 miles to Gravesend, so make sure they pick up for us quite nicely as we complete this stretch. Yeah, just driving approximately 5 or so minutes. Cool. So that train speed up to 70 miles per hour. We'll then cut the master controller, leave it in neutral position. I'll be able to coast from there. Let's go on the left, sound the horn. And again, the wagons left and right. They weren't initially in the route to release. Community-based set to Dovetail. We want more scenery, we want more clutter, make it busy, and well, we absolutely got that. Car 66 quite exciting here. So So with the more recent releases, I mean, fair enough that I have spent a lot more time listening to the community in terms of what we want out of the train sim. And again, slowly, surely, step by step, we have been getting really, really good updates. I don't think an all-transfer line should be on this line. We'll ignore that. Yeah, then there needs to be a way to disable the deliveries on servers that you don't want them on. Again, they're really good to have, really, really good to see. But there just needs to be an option somewhere that allows you to keep quiet on the deliveries you've got. Now Southeast is fine, that's no problem, because again, they ran on this line back in the day. But yeah, Northern Transfer line, I don't think quite run down to Stover Priory from Leeds and Manchester. You never know. Maybe a new route expansion they've got on the way. I think there is. You go down towards King's Cross. At some point you have to diverge onto the... Actually, it probably could be done because you've got the Southeast High Speed out of St Pancras. There's a diversion out of St Pancras as well. Sorry, out of Stratford International up to... I can't say remember where it is. It's one of the overground lines that has a Southeastern depot alongside it. Somewhere up there in that junction, you'd have to switch over from King's Cross over to high speed, and then even then those trains, it's the modern 800s on the TP, don't have the same in-cab signalling as the Southeastern stuff do for HS1. Yeah, I'm sure it could be done. I just need to figure out the point where the two lines meet, and junction, of course, because they meet at St Pancras King's Cross Junction just north of that. I don't think they have a line that connects the two together. And while it's going now, I'm going to push down to 50 miles per hour as we approach the speed restriction. Down to 30 shortly after that. Julia aspects. Down to a single, doing a beat of that. Now approaching Gravesend. There's another train on the platform there. Is it? No, that's just the station there. Scenery itself around the corner. Up to 30. A little bit close to the edge there, but yeah, shift to the left as we approach, that's fine. Cool, so end of the platform, all class stop marker. As long as it's up for the red signal, should be able to do it at 12 miles per hour. Open doors, and allow passengers to disembark. Welcome to Gravesend. At this point, I'll be in the front of the train. Yeah, just silence that. Front of the train, changing over with the relief driver, grab the bag and everything from the back here, grab the coffee cup and all that, and yeah, turn away as it departs over towards Charing Cross. So beyond here, it will then stop at Northfleet, Swanscombe, Greenhithe, Stone Crossing, Dartford, Crayford, Bexley, Sidcup, New Elton, London Bridge, Waterloo East and London Charing Cross. It should arrive at around... I can't say what time it will arrive, but say around maybe 20 past 2-ish, if that. Probably even that actually, it's maybe 45 minutes into London from here, so yeah, no, probably even less than that. Doors release. That should then bring our scenario to an end. So, there we have it. That was Tulima 3-2, Rainham to London Charing Cross. That's level 98 on the profile, level 14 on Southeast, level 12 on the 465. Get to about half an hour or so, journey today, 29 and 12 seconds, 13.5 miles driven, and 53 odd yards walked. Enough bonus points to get us up to gold medal, so that was a good run, minus a little speeding and terrible stopping at Higham. But overall, that was a pretty good run to see, so pretty good speed control, nothing too excessive in the speeds apart from the exact Strood there. Apart from that, all looking pretty good. So, that was my second to this year's March Madness. That was the Southeastern High Speed with the Class 465 add on top of that. I say, love the route, love the train, some of my favourite stuff about Dovetail in recent times, and I just can't stop playing it really. So, yeah, I guess that's really that. If you want to see more of me, then you can head to my YouTube channel, Drawyah, where I do lots of flight simming and train simming content. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will leave you for the rest of the event. Take care, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.